So it's been a few days since I got my ulnar nerve transposition done. As you can see, I'm in this fat splint. I'm going to be wearing this for a while just so I can let everything heal up the way it's supposed to be. Uh, I've been wanting to get this surgery done for a while now, but in years past I just didn't know, I didn't know about the surgery. I looked up kind of symptoms, common symptoms, and what people have been going through, and there just really wasn't much online for me to kind of go off of. I just had all I could really find in the past was something about snapping tricep, and that's what I thought I had for the longest time. But in the past year or so, I started doing a lot more research and kind of delving more into the subject, into what exactly is going on with this, and then I figured out it was exactly the nerve was sliding over the bone, and it had been happening since I'm 22 now. It had been happening since I was 17, so it's been over 5 years. And I've just been kind of pushing through it. I just kind of always had a plan. I'm like, all right, I'll work around it. I've been using straps, wraps, pretty much anything you can think of to try and hold the nerve in place. And I mean, sometimes it worked, but it was just so inconsistent. It wasn't even like it was just half the time it would work, half the time it wouldn't. When it would pop, it would hurt so much. All these years now that I'm looking back at it, I don't know how I continued pushing through it. And recently, in the last year or so, it's been started in my right elbow as well. It's not nearly as severe. In this one, it was a very sharp pop. Like every time, just pop, pop. Every single time. I would do any sort of pressing exercise, pretty much any sort of pressing exercise. A lot of tricep exercises. I really had to learn how to work through different angles and how to hit the muscle a certain way to prevent the popping. But when I got my test done, the EMG test, when you're kind of going through all these tests to figure out how serious the problem is, I was told that I have pretty significant damage in both elbows when it comes to the ulnar nerve, and the signals that it's sending down to my pinky and ring finger. My left was far more severe because this is the one that I've been dealing with. I talked to the surgeon afterwards. He told me the nerve was very, very tight, and it was very flat as well. So this was very necessary. It gotten to the point where I couldn't sleep properly. I literally had to sleep with my hands straight next to me, or else they would go to sleep. I would wake up in the middle of the night with just ringing pains down my arms, to the point where I had to literally get up, grab some water, and kind of gather myself again and calm myself down, and realize that it's all good. There's no issue here. But I'm really happy that I got the surgery now. I've been dealing with this for a long time. I'm going in 6 weeks later. I'm going to be getting surgery on my right elbow as well. It's not nearly as severe, but the nerve still does pop over, and like I said, in the past year or so, it's gotten the popping has gotten quite a bit worse on that side as well. But I've just been pushing through it. The rehab, it's not too bad. You're in a splint for a couple weeks, and then you can't pick anything up for about a month or so more. So since I had to get both done, I'm just gonna knock them both out at once. The splint, it's pretty hefty. Can't really do much. I've broken my hand. I've broken this hand before, and I wore a cast on it for 5 or 6 weeks, and I was able to do a lot of stuff while I had that cast on, because I had a lot more strength in my fingers. But with this, it's a totally different ball game. You're dealing with nerves and stuff. With my broken hand, I didn't even put a cast on until 3 or 4 weeks after I had broken it. I didn't know it was broken. But with this, it's a surgery. You want to take your time, just let everything heal. There's not much power in these fingers right now, but there's not supposed to be, so you just kind of got to work around it. To anyone kind of on the fence about getting the surgery related to even bodybuilding or any sort of sports, I definitely go talk to a hand specialist, hand, elbow, shoulder specialist. I had a friend who tore his bicep here locally, and I just hit him up one day. I was like, man, I'm tired of this shit. I wanna get this checked out. And he just sent me a link to the surgeon, and now I'm here. I'm on the path I want to be, the path to recovery and kind of getting better. This was really holding me back for a long time. So if you have any questions, if you think, oh, I might have this or I might have that, you just go to talk to a specialist and they'll get you headed in the right direction. Especially, like I said before, with bodybuilding, it's something that I've been dealing with for a long time. I love working out. That's just kind of what I do, and it was really hindering my performance and everything I would do. But my hopes are to the ceiling with this. I really plan to take things to the next level because of the surgery, and it's something that all these years I've just been putting off and thinking that I can kind of just work around it. The surgery, the results probably won't even be that good. Maybe it'll keep on popping, but I have a lot of confidence. I have a lot of hopes for this, that it'll all work out. So by the end of all of this, I'll be back. I'll be better than I ever was, far better than I ever was. And with that being said, if you have any questions or anything, just drop them in the comments. Let me know, and I'll be sure to get back to you.